Hi, I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today's lesson's all about uploading SVG files. I know a lot of you get a bit confused about an SVG and what it means, and once you get it into Design Space, what the heck do you do with it? Well, we're going to cover all of that. So the first thing you want to do is open a new project in Cricut Design Space. So let's start by taking a look at the upload button, and I'm going to click on upload. So what you want to be able to do is click on upload image. Now you can drag and drop any of your SVG files in. You don't have to go hunt and peck if you have another browser open, such as I do, and I'll just push it into the area here. You'll see that I have some files that are available here for me to drag and drop. Now, I have a Get Well Recovery envelope and a Get Well Recovery card. So what I want to do is drag over the card, and you'll notice how this turns green, and it's going to upload my file. I'll just move this out of the way for a second. And it has all the pieces that I want. I'm simply going to save it. You'll notice that you don't get a simple, a complex, or a middle option for an SVG file. It comes right here. Now sometimes SVG files will come in as strictly black, as you see with the butterflies here. Sometimes the outlines are black, sometimes you'll get score lines, sometimes you will not. In this particular one, I want to take you through the process of what you do with an SVG card. So I'm going to bring this one in. I'm going to save it. It'll come up in my list. It says Get Well Recovery. I'm going to click on it. I am going to insert the image. Now it comes in as one piece and has all these different components together, and you'll notice everything is grouped together. Now it depends what I want to do with this particular project and how I want to deal with it. But the first thing I really need to do is ungroup it, because ungroup it's going to give me a chance to move these little butterflies out of the way, and I can pick a different color for them. So I'm going to click, shift click, hit a different color, and that's because it's an SVG file. I'm going to do the same with these two butterflies. I am going to change the color, and I think I'll give that part a yellow. But you'll notice when I move it, I lost these 4 different lines, and these happen to be score lines. So all I'm going to do is come back, and I'm going to push everything into place, but I'm going to change the colors right here so that I can see what's going on. Now I've picked all 4, and I'm just going to make them yellow, and you can see, I can see those lines in behind now, and those are score lines. So what I need to do is actually pick on those lines in the center. I'm going to shift click to pick the next one, and this is because it's SVG, and I have other lines in the middle here. Now if you have a hard time picking them, you can come over here and you can actually see them. I'm holding the shift key down and the shift key, and instead of cut lines, we need to make those 4 lines score lines. Hey, that's perfect. But now I need to attach the score lines to each one of these butterflies. So I'm going to attach that together. Picking on both of the 2 together, I'm going to attach those. Perfect. Now I want to attach, oh, I don't want the whole thing. I just need to attach this. Just make sure I got everything. Both of those, attach those. Just want to double check this one to make sure it's attached, and it is, because I see the word attach here and the 2 pieces. So let's move our butterflies out of the way. Remember, this is an SVG file, and once I have it in here, I can do all kinds of things with it. Now this Get Well part has other pieces to it, so let's take a look at the red. Let's pull it away. Wow, that is the inside of the card. So I can pull that piece away, but it also has something in the center. So let's take a look here where it's highlighted in the layers panel. So this cut line, if I click on it, should be a score line for the center of the card. So let's click on score. Oh, what happened there? We don't know. I'm going to Control Z, see what happened. Okay, so let's click on the card again. Let's ungroup it and see if that helps. And just pick on the line in the center. We're going to click score. I'm going to select both of them and make sure I attach them because I like the score lines to stay with the card. Now we have this next piece I'm just going to pull out, and it looks like it's a circle that just clicks, but you notice I can't see any of the other pieces. So I'm going to click on the black here, and we're going to make it a lighter color so we can see everything that's going on inside here. Now if I click on it, it's all together. Ungroup. Now what about this get well? Now you'll see that these little pieces are all separate, so I need to select the get well. Just going to click shift click each one of these, make sure I've got it all. I am going to group it. Now I could have them cut out of the card, and that's exactly what I want to do. I am going to have to attach it to this piece, so I'm going to take those two together. I am going to attach them, but you'll notice how everything else seemed to have disappeared, and this is going to cut out. So I'm going to click on this, I'm going to come up to arrange, and I'm going to send it to the back, and that leaves all my little extra letters that are here. Now I do have to select them one at a time. Remember, this is an SVG file. You want to make sure you select everything that you want. I'm going to select them all at this point. Make sure I've got all the letters. Just keep scrolling. Shift click is what you do to take care of these. There's actually quite a few, but it is the writing part that I want. And I want to keep those together, so I am going to group them, but I'm also going to weld them. And I'm going to change them from cut to draw. Now one last thing in the center here. We're going to come up to the attach. I see that there is a cut line in the center, and that is going to be a score line. Let's see if it'll work this time. Click on make it score. Yes, it is. Now I want to make sure I select everything again, and I'm simply going to attach it. And now we're ready to make this card. This is a piece that will probably sit underneath to hide the get well at a little later, so you can put a different color. So that is all there is to bringing in an SVG file and making adjustments. You just have to make sure you know where the pieces and parts are, and if you spend a lot of time looking at the layers panel, you'll be able to control it a little better. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and happy crafting.